This one's gonna be so fun.
Is it? Oh, I like this. I like the topic.
It's like, I'm being so serious. This is so cool. I finished writing it yesterday. It took me like 4 hours to do, but it was so cool. It was because I was like reading everything.
All the facts.
Because it was like so
Have you
cool.
heard about it before, or was this
No.
like, okay,
None of it.
guys, so we're in for a freaking journey.
A Canadian journey.
Whoa! Buckle up.
I don't know. Oh, Canada.
Oh, lordy, lord.
Our home in native land. Is it in native land or and native land?
On native land. I don't know. I think it should be on native land.
I think
we are on native land.
I'll be honest, I think that it's and native land, like home and native land, but I always my whole life sung in our home in native land.
I mean, it's on native land.
Well, yeah, technically on, but okay, that's besides the point.
Are we fake Canadians?
I think
I can sing it in French. Just kidding. I can't.
there's a lot of French stuff in this. There's a lot of French stuff in this episode because we'll get into it. But also, I haven't taken French since grade 11. How many years was that?
I haven't taken French since grade 9.
How old were we? 16. Oh my god, I just got chills.
Yeah, it's almost been 10 years.
That was 8 years ago.
Yeah. 9 for me.
Okay.
I'm an old bitch.
Okay, let's get into it. Do you like my title?
I love your title, girl. I also can't wait to see the graphics that you come up with for the cover of it.
Oh.
I love seeing them because they're so well done.
I do them in like 2 minutes, but sometimes they're funny and sometimes I'm like, honestly,
I love them.
this one's really good though. It's really funny.
I love them.
There's a bunch of
Canadian references
maple
and
leaves are in the thing.
Good.
There's some witches.
We have a goose with a witch hat on it.
That's a good idea.
Thank you.
I'll add it.
Or a beaver. Whichever one floats your
Or
boat.
a beaver. What's our national animal? Is it beaver? Are we?
Are we Canadian?
Oh.
What are we?
I feel like we've been infiltrated by the United States. Like,
We've been
way too
infiltrated
much.
by everything.
So, like, we just don't... I don't have any identity anymore. Okay. Welcome to Tea Tales and Talks, where we talk about spooky things, drink some tea, and try not to get too scared. I'm Sarah, I'll be your host.
And I'm Mackenzie, I'll be your co-host.
For these strange and occasionally unsettling tales. In this episode, we're talking about some more witch trials, but these ones hit a little closer to home for us. We're talking about Canadian witch trials. Mm-hmm. So grab a witchy cup and join us for some tales in the Great White North. We have something that we want to announce, so stay tuned to the end of this episode. We have some fun things coming. Okay, welcome back, guys. Today's so exciting because we're talking about witches again.
We love witches.
This is our favorite topic.
One of the favorite topics.
But not just any old witchery. We're talking about witch trials throughout history in Canada.
Yay! We're gonna hit home.
Canada. Our home in/on/and native land. Picture love. And all thy sons command.
We are... Thanks for stopping.
We would have just ran through the whole thing.
It's ingrained into us.
It is. Especially the do-do-do, do-do-do, ba-ba-ba. Do you remember that? Do-do-do, oh, can't. You know the peppy one?
Oh my gosh, from school on Fridays when they would be like the big intro.
Oh, yeah.
They would be like the rock kind of
It's
upbeat. Oh, Canada.
If you guys are from Canada and you remember that, please let us know because that's like a staple of our childhood.
Yeah.
Do-do-do, do-do-do, ba-ba-ba. I hope you all liked my punny title for today's episode. Witchery, but A because Canadian. LOL. Never have I ever said A in real life, like in an everyday context.
Bullshit. I actually say it all the time.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm. I'm that stereotypical white Canadian
never.
biddy.
I'll say it again. I'm not that kind of white.
I am that kind of white.
We balance each other out.
Yin and yang, guys.
Yes. Never have I ever said A. Anyways, witchery in
Witchery.
In Canada. So, if you will recall, our last witchy episode, the one before the last episode, was the last witch trials sort of around the world.
That episode was super heavy with lots of info. So if you're interested to know more about some of the last witch trials from around the world, go ahead and listen to that one. Just put this one on pause while we were waiting right here. All right.
In that episode, I did mention 2 witch trials from Canada. The most famous one being that of Maggie Pollock from Huron County. But what if I told you there have been more witch trials in Canada's history, and some that you may have never heard of before?
Girl, I'd probably say that you're right.
Well, hop on your polar bears, guys. We're going on a trip. That was a joke because people literally think that it snows here 24/7 every single day of the year, and we live in igloos and ride polar bears, okay? We're here to tell you that's true. So, here's some general history about Canada and, well, no. History of witchcraft in Canada. Okay, in general, Canada did have a number of witch trials, although we didn't experience the same magnitude as other parts of the world, and unlike our southern US counterparts, witch trials in Canada were fairly sparse and not as necessarily gruesome as other ones.
Yeah, we kept it classy.
Yeah, we're...
Just kidding.
Well,
Did not.
we'll see. So, our country is not that old. We're only 158 this year.
2 more days.
Oh my god.
Tuesday.
This is my birthday episode.
This is your birthday
And the
episode.
next one... No, not the next one.
It's no.
The third... Whatever.
The next
comes
third.
out... No, your birthday's the 27th.
Yep.
Our country is 158 this year. You're 25 this year. I'm 24 this year. We all have July birthdays.
Oh my gosh.
Us and Canada.
Wow, what a freaking trio.
Canada's a Cancer. That's crazy. So is the United States.
Shocker.
That's crazy also. So am I. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Shocker.
I'm a Leo. That's crazy. I'm an original.
Canada, as we know it, didn't even really exist while the whole witch panic was going on in the rest of the world. And despite being so close to the US, Canada got the aftershock of most of the extreme religious prejudice and persecutions of witchcraft. Now, we have to note that we are on Indigenous land. Whenever we talk about Canada in connection to magic or witchcraft, it's important to explain the significance of spiritualism, shamanism, medicine and healing in Indigenous culture. And with that, the idea of witchcraft and magic is pretty much a European concept, whereas for Indigenous cultures, I would assume not just here, but in other parts of the world as well, there's more of a relationship with spiritualism as a whole. I found a post from an Indigenous woman, I think it was on Quora or Reddit, when I was researching witches in Native American culture, and she said, quote, "The practice of witchcraft and magic is considered evil among all the nations. There is a big difference in the sweat or seeking a vision and practicing witchcraft or magic. The sweat is cleansing, and seeing a vision is asking our Creator for assistance. Our relationship with our Creator is personal. It is spiritual and personal, not magical. Dreaming dreams and seeing visions are a sixth sense. It's not magical or supernatural. It's a normal part of our human abilities, sort of like a European's intuition is normal. Our intuition is more developed, so we can dream dreams and see visions." So I think the sweat that she's referring to is, there's like a practice that they do. I think it's when they actually go into like a hut and they like physically sweat, and
Kinda
that's
like a
how they
sauna.
get. Yes, yeah, and then they receive. This is what I guess what we would call downloads, like some sort of a communication that way or visions that way. So basically, when we say witchcraft, it's in a general sweeping sense of the word. But there is so much more that goes into it, and like we've said before, this shit has layers like an onion.
Girl, layers on layers on layers.
Okay, so we touched on this a little bit in the last episode, but Canada had a law against the fraudulent practice of witchcraft, aka scamming people by pretending to be a witch, a fortune teller, etc., etc. That law was appealed finally after nearly 200 years in 2018. However, 2018 Canada looked a lot different than the 1600s Canada.
Oh, did she ever?
Which wasn't even Canada at that point, but I digress. It wouldn't be fair for us to claim that Canada never saw any of the prejudice and persecutions on the basis of witchcraft, but it is true that most of Canadian witch history is unknown or forgotten to time.
Oh no, Sarah. We're putting our history caps on? Buckle up.
Buckle up. We're putting our history caps on. Only for a short couple sentences. Don't worry. We said we don't know American, like, U.S. history. We also don't know Canadian history. Who does? Like, well, now we do, and now you guys are gonna know, so.
Woo!
It's a win-win. Okay, so the first occupied/colonized part of what would become Canada as we know it today is where Quebec is. But back then, it was known as New France. In the early 1600s, there was a majority of French settlers, whereas later on, English settlers would move into the rest of Canada, so more into the west and, like, central Canada. I don't know if you remember our episode on the Winnsboro witch trials, but we spoke about the different religions prominent in the different areas of New England. Well, for New France, Roman Catholicism was the overriding religion in that area, which was so crazy. I didn't think that that's what it was.
No?
As the settlers spread and the English moved into western and northern areas, they brought about more Anglican and Presbyterian denominations.
Yeah.
We got an Anglo girl in the house.
Anglo in the house. My people!
And as we know, the less than favorable views on witchcraft stem very much from religion. It's important for us to mention also the conflict between the imposing settlers and the indigenous groups of that area. And as Canadians, I think it's something, at least to us, that we feel is important to acknowledge that we are all immigrants here on stolen land. And although we love our country and its people, it doesn't take away from the fact that the land we sit on was forcefully taken from the native inhabitants.
Yeah, we took them from.
Yeah, we didn't.
Our ancestors did. My ancestors.
I'm first generation, I don't know.
I'm sorry. My
That's
ancestors did. Did I tell you I'm a great-granddaughter of the American Revolution?
Really?
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah, I can claim it. Boom!
Ooh. That's kind of cool. We have no roots here.
Oh. Ollie is telling you otherwise.
He said...
Excuse me. Let me correct you. Yeah, so when my mom's side of the family immigrated from Germany, they came to Pennsylvania, which is why they're called Pennsylvania Deutsch, because they're Pennsylvania Germans.
Pennsylvania. Did you know actually a lot of Croatian people went to Pennsylvania too?
Girl.
We're like this.
Tight.
Oliver, he heard me.
Yeah, so...
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, they fought in the American Revolution, so I can say that I'm a great-granddaughter of the American Revolution. It means something to some people.
It means
mostly Americans.
Something.
Not to us Canadians.
It means something to someone, I don't know. But it's kind of cool that you can, like, trace back your...
Oh my gosh, my dad's gone back to, like, the 1600s.
Maybe you guys know somebody from here.
We might, actually.
You're like,
just wait for it to pop up, and I'll be
that's
like...
my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
I'll let you guys know.
Okay. Like I said, a lot of Canada's history regarding witchcraft and sorcery and the occult and supernatural is pretty much hush-hush and or totally buried by time, that it's almost completely forgotten. But we're here to dig it back up. That's us digging
sounds. Guys, we're not voice actors, can you tell?
We're not good. Okay. Now, while most of the trials, both real and makeshift persecutions, happened in New France, where the first settlements were, there are a couple that seem to be the first batch of trials all throughout Canada in different provinces. Perhaps the most significant, but maybe not as well known as they should be. However, we are starting in New France. First, the first case. This one's gonna blow your socks off.
Okay, good thing they're already off.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a barefoot girl today.
Okay, first is the diabolical case and trial of Daniel Voul in 1659 in New France, also known as the first demonic possession in Canadian history.
Oh!
Actually, this is so freaking cool. Like, it's
And
really
documented.
and documented AF.
Girl. How have we not heard about this?
I don't know,
Why do we not talk about shit?
because they don't talk about anything up here.
We like to keep our lips closed.
Everybody here is so polite. They just don't talk about anything.
We just talk about everybody else's shit.
Yeah. Nobody wants to talk about the freaking Geneva Convention either. You know what that is?
Okay, girl, tell me about Daniel.
Okay. So, although Daniel is the accused in this case, unfortunately the story does not revolve around him.
Oh, okay.
It has to do with a 16-year-old French servant girl named Barbe Halle. That's a French name. I don't think I said it right. Also known as Halle. This is the way that she was written as in the articles that I read. So, Miss Halle...
Girl, I stopped taking French as soon as I could.
Okay. This is how I feel it should be
You're
said.
gonna be the resident expert.
Okay, so Miss Halle, this is just what I'm... Okay, whatever. Halle came to New France from Old France on a ship alongside a bunch of newcomers, including one Mr. Daniel Voul. What did I say first? Voul? Voul.
Who?
Voul.
Oh, yeah.
Voul. It's said that while on the journey, Daniel had, quote, tried to seduce Halle. She had apparently rejected his advances. Now, I couldn't find anywhere how old Daniel was at this time, but taking into account the time period, I would assume that he was older than 16-year-old Halle was. It's alleged that Daniel would come knocking on the door of the house where she worked at over and over asking for her hand in marriage.
He is persistent.
He told everyone that Halle's father had promised her to him.
Oh my gosh.
But it seems that even at this time, her being 16 was too young to be married. Also, he was a grain miller, so apparently that wasn't ideal for a suitor back then. So basically her employers were like, no, girl, you could do better.
Oh no.
You're too young. Don't marry the grain farmer.
Don't just marry a grain miller.
No.
You can do so much better.
Halle was happily working away, happily maybe a stretch, but working for a rich family just outside of what we know as Quebec City, when suddenly strange things began to occur around the manor. The family began experiencing unexplainable noises throughout the home, and an event where stones were flying around the house as if they were being thrown by an invisible force.
Crazy.
At the same time, Halle began experiencing horrifying visions of demonic creatures, hellish specters, and even endured the odd experience of these demons speaking through her in what was not her own voice.
That's crazy.
This was obviously a terrifying experience for everyone involved, especially for Halle, who was the only one able to see these demonic figures.
Girls like, oh, you guys don't see that? you don't see it? Awesome! That's great! Awesome.
Great.
Slay.
So, the locals believed that the house itself was haunted, so Halle was moved somewhere else in hopes that the visions would stop.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, they did not stop.
Huh.
It wasn't just demonic visions, though. It seemed that weird happenings were still going on around her, even the flying stones.
That's very specific.
This was super ghosty, too.
Yeah.
What a surprising turn of events. This situation caught the attention of Francois de Laval, the Bishop of New France, who ordered a priest to perform an exorcism. Unfortunately, this didn't work.
Oh.
The bishop came over himself to perform an exorcism.
Girl.
But that didn't work either.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Hold on to your bootstraps.
Held. Consider them held.
So they sent her to a convent. Okay, they sent her to a colony hospital, but it was run by a convent. And particularly, there was a woman there named Catherine de Saint Augustine. Mother Catherine was somewhat of a demon expert for her time.
I can't believe I've never heard of it.
I know. I was like
this is crazy.
I was like in awe this whole time.
Oh my gosh.
She was known for provoking demonic entities and had come under demonic attacks many times, but throughout all of them, she remained in total control of herself.
She said, "You can't touch me, bitch."
She was like strong-willed, like strong spiritually too.
Mama Catherine.
Mamacita! In the case of Halle, she poked and prodded at the evil spirits, apparently possessing her, to which those demonic spirits would try to scare and intimidate Mother Catherine by shaking her bed at night or trying to prevent her from praying or taking communion or even doing the sign of the cross. So they were like,
wow,
they were up in her business.
Oh my gosh, not the sign of the cross. Preventing.
She said they would disguise themselves. Whoa, sorry. Another burp. I gotta slow down.
That thirsty Buddha.
Thirsty Buddha. She said they would disguise themselves as angels to trick her, basically to get the jump on her, to like
get her, yeah.
You know? Attack her. Yeah, like, yeah.
Get her weak.
Uh-huh.
Hit her where it hurts.
While this was going on, so while Halle was at this hospital run by the convent, and Mother Catherine had the demons all up in her business, authorities were getting ready to arrest Daniel. This was because they became convinced he was responsible for all the demonic attachment to Halle because he had appeared to her in one of her scary visions. So, witchcraft wasn't entirely the sole reason for his arrest. He was also under suspicion of falsifying his conversion to Catholicism. He was a Protestant. We already know the beef between
they don't like
Catholics and Protestants.
Oh, shit.
And at this time, that was something that was punishable by death. And on top of all of that, he was also accused of selling alcohol to the indigenous people in that area. So he had these crimes stacked up against him. And on top of it, witchcraft. Like,
oh my gosh.
It was just everything. In 1661, Daniel was tried and then executed. He was shot for his crimes, although it's unclear the exact reason for his execution, as his crimes were typically punished by banishment, not execution. But this kind of unclear reasoning was due to missing documents from his trial. So they have literally been lost to time. Even after Daniel's death, Halle was still being plagued with these demonic visions. Now, I read 2 alternative solutions for her condition. So, you guys let us know which one you believe to be true, but these were both things that I read in 2 articles. The first being, Mother Catherine had Halle sewn into a bag, like into a sack, sewn up, where she was then apparently intervened by the spirit of Jesuit martyr Jean de Brebeuf. Jean de Brebeuf. Boeuf. Boeuf. The second kind of solution to what was going on is that Halle went back to work as a servant at somebody else's house. Okay, it says it's like senior, but in French. But I don't know what that is. It's like a specific position for a man, like a rich man.
Oh, bougie man.
So she went to go work for another rich man.
Yep.
Of course.
Sure.
Yes, while still showing signs of possession.
It's fine. It's just like a common cold. You should walk it off, girl.
It's fine. Well, the wife of the house placed a relic on top of Halle, which the relic was apparently the rib bone of none other than Jean de Brebeuf, which finally broke her out of the demonic possession.
Who is this Jean de Brebeuf?
Jean de Brebeuf. French missionary. He was a French Jesuit missionary who traveled to New France in the 1600s, where he worked primarily with the Huron for the rest of his life. We really have crazy history. Okay. Jean de Brebeuf. It's probably not buff, but I like saying it. So the way that he died was him and other missionaries were captured by the Iroquois. They raided a Huron village, and they took captives, and then they tortured and killed people, and then afterwards they ate his heart. Anyways, R.I.P. I guess.
Sucks.
So apparently his spirit saved her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
She went on to live a normal life and get married. She was possessed for like 4 years or something.
And then just like...
And then she's like, yeah, I'll just move on with my life.
Yeah, just woke up and getting married, getting a house.
But how insane is that? I'm like horror movie level.
I'm surprised they haven't made a movie out of it.
I know, me too. That would be a really good one too. Like the whole situation.
Copyright.
Guys, if you need someone to write the script,
don't ask me. Ask Sarah.
Maybe we would love to be involved.
We'll help.
And the worst part is that there wasn't a clear solution. So because it happened so long ago,
it's either like it could be A, it could be B.
Could be B. It's kind of hearsay.
We don't really know which one worked. But something worked,
but
and
something
she just
worked.
went on to live an everyday life.
And then she was fine. That's all the information we have on that case. But that's an insane place to start.
Can't believe this happened in Canada.
I know. Insane.
Girl,
well,
what's next?
Next up is the Maritimes witch trial of Jean Compagne. Listen, I think that his name is Compagne. Compagne. I hate saying that though.
Compagne.
Compagne. Jean Compagne in 1684. This case took place in Acadia, which is a region that is part of Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Prince Edward Island,
PEI,
as we know them today. And Acadians are actually a cultural group all on their own. They were one of the most significant settlers in North America, and in simplest terms, they were sort of a blend of French and Indigenous groups in the region, and later the British as well.
Mm-hmm.
This was the first and only trial based on witchcraft in Acadia ever, and happened specifically in the settlement of Beaubassin. In 1670, there was a ship that arrived in Acadia, bringing with it a bunch of newcomers. Among them was a man named Jean Compagne. He came to Acadia as a hired servant and was also registered as a farmer. He moved to and from a couple places in Acadia before settling in Beaubassin.
A licensed farmer, licensed to grow.
He remained there for some time as he was needed for his farming skills. It was said that he had a above average work, not ethic, but his ability to work was
he just worked like a horse.
Yes. Until he was accused of being the cause of many men and animals to die by way of sorcery. Yeah.
Why'd they pick him?
Well, I'll tell you. He was arrested and detained for over 9 months before his trial began. I will also mention that a little bit later. The trial itself was quite interesting because, like most witch trial cases, the majority of the information is coming from witness testimony. And the accused is meant to sit there and deny everything and basically use their own word against the others. Not a very great system.
It's just like he said, she said.
Exactly. This is what he was being accused of. So this was kind of like...
his charges?
I'll get into it. I think that I mentioned what kind of broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
But it's like a lot of things added up to have him being charged and arrested. Again, most of this is coming from witness statements. So, the first witness statement is from a woman, Andrée Martin,
Oui.
who claimed some years earlier in Port Royal, one of the places he had lived for a little while, Jean allegedly had insulted a young girl, and then, for whatever reason, he wanted to or tried to hit Miss Andre, but she instead beat him with a stick.
Oh, okay. Go off, girl.
She testified that he had said to her that someday she would be sorry for hitting him.
Okay.
Some years later, Jean had come to be working for her husband, Francois Pellerin, when one day Jean allegedly blew a dusty substance into the face of his employer, and later that night, Francois developed a high fever, and a few days later, he died. Her testimony was backed up by at least 3 people, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Jean had been in the house the day that Francois died, but before then, he placed a strange box at the end of Francois's bed, and when he was asked about it, he said, "It's good for grinding barley."
What?
Every article I read was like, we have no idea what this means.
Is it because he's a farmer?
I have no idea. But this guy, listen, whether he did it or not is not up to us to say, but he was funny. He came packed with the jokes.
He had a good sense of humor.
Okay, next was the testimony of an Irish farmer, Roger Kessie, who claimed that after he had given a bottle of wine to Jean, he came back looking to ask for Roger's daughter's hand in marriage. Long story short, Roger told him that he had to wait for his wife to also give permission.
Of course, it's not just a one man saying yes.
He said he wouldn't do it on his own, but when the wife returned, she refused.
Oh.
Jean told them in 8 days they would regret it. Then, 8 days later, 5 of Roger's cows got sick. They were starving, but unable to eat or walk. It was so bad that he called a priest to come in and bless the animals' food and water, but this didn't help. This was brought to the attention of the wannabe governor, Michel Laneuf. Some of these French names are like actually crazy. Who saw that Roger's animals were very near death, so he himself went to find Jean and told him to stop it at once, or he would run his sword through his body.
Oh, shit! God damn.
The next morning, the animals were up and walking around, totally fine.
Maybe it was the governor. Maybe he's
Did you ever
the
think
witch.
about that?
Anyone ever think of that one? Maybe he's the witch.
That's a good point, but the governor does have something to do with this. There were a number of other witnesses to the cow situation as well, as some attesting to the, quote, mischief that Jean was apparently causing in the town. A man named Pierre Godin testified that he had been bewitched by Jean Compagne. It was one night at the farm of the Kessies, the Irish farmer, when Jean touched Pierre's belly.
Oh my god, you don't touch another man's belly. Fucking animal. He's a witch. He's a witch.
To which Pierre began experiencing terrible stomach pains and throwing up.
IBS.
But apparently, he or Laneuf, it was kind of unclear who did this, threatened Jean that he would do a lot of harm to him, so then he lifted the spell.
Oh, thank God.
Another witness claimed that he saw Jean spread magical seeds on the marshland while saying incantations, and then the next fall, the witness had terrible crops.
What? Okay.
Now, it's noted that Jean Compagne denied this in court and said, quote, referring to this guy, he doesn't need magic to be a terrible farmer.
I like this guy.
I think I like this guy. Whether he did it or not, I kind of like him.
I stand for him. Truly.
Some other things that he was accused of was allegedly drinking with witches up the river.
Gotcha.
There was one quote from him that I found, but I couldn't find it again, where he said he liked to enjoy eau de vie with some of the villagers, which I think it's like water of life, but I'm in my head I think it's probably moonshine.
Oh, yeah, or like wine or something.
that he was drinking with the villagers. So that's what people were interpreting as drinking with the witches up the river.
Yep.
People blamed him for the death of a young girl who may or may not have been related to Francois Pellerin, the one who he blew dust in the face of. Allegedly, he had killed Madame Leneuf by gifting her with butter, but it was said that people were jealous of his friendship with her, and it's unclear if she was the wife or the mother of the wannabe governor Michel Leneuf.
Damn. Damn.
Someone else claimed that they touched Jean's, is it called scythe?
Yeah.
Like the grass cutting big, like Grim Reaper thing.
Scythe, yeah.
And had felt ill ever since. That's
Don't
kinda
touch another
cool.
man's scythe, you know?
Don't touch my scythe. Last, but certainly not least, was the testimony of Jean Reginald, who said he knew Jean Compagne for years, as long as he lived in Acadia, and he said that Jean had always been a hard worker and a good worker, and he made a lot of money. He claims that most of these people owe him a sum of money, so to get out of paying him, they accused him of being a sorcerer. Can you freaking imagine?
That's wild.
That's crazy. Okay, so I mentioned the marshland,
Yeah.
which is tied to the Leneuf family, who are actually a big part of the accusations against Jean.
Shocking.
So, Jean was brought in to work on draining the marshlands that were, quote, established by Jacques Bourgeois and his sons and sons-in-law. Michel Leneuf hired Jean to work on the marshes. Leneuf was known for not paying his workers, and in many cases would take them to court to not have to pay them.
How do you take somebody to court to not pay them? Like their work was not good enough?
He, I think, tried to, or did, kind of unclear, establish a law of like the right to not pay somebody for their work. So that's the kind of guy he was. Leneuf tried to be a governor in Port Royal, but was unsuccessful. So he returned back to Beaubassin, where he found, all of a sudden, the villagers are outraged at Jean Compagne, who, to their claim, was so good at digging ditches, he must have had help from the devil. That's the only logical explanation.
That's it.
Look at him. He's out there digging those freaking...
With the devil.
How can he do it so good?
Girl. He's just not that good.
There's no other way.
One man can't be good at shoveling dirt. He must be working with the devil.
So, Leneuf was actually the one to arrest him for witchcraft.
Oh, I'm shocked.
So, I think that Leneuf was the governor in Beaubassin.
Leneuf had it out for
But
everybody.
he wanted to be governor everywhere. So, no offense, but I think I'm still going to call him the wannabe governor.
Yeah.
He sent Jean all the way to Quebec, where he was shackled and held in a bakehouse for 9 months. So I looked this up. It's quite literally like a stone, like 1600 stone house where they bake bread. So he was
an oven.
No.
You just kept him in an oven.
No. Like a bakery.
Oh,
for bread.
tie me up, bitch.
So they imprisoned him in a bakery for 9 months.
I mean, there are worse places to be imprisoned.
And
it would smell pretty good.
Do you know why he was, like, brought out, like, why his trial moved forward? Because the local villagers were getting pissed off and annoyed that they had to keep going into the bakehouse to feed him and take him to the bathroom.
God damn. How... How dare you have to upkeep a prisoner? God damn.
The prisoner in the bakehouse. That's crazy. Okay, so Jean denied everything, right?
Yeah.
All of these accusations. All of these accusations. And he claimed that Leneuf was the one telling everyone what to say because he owes him money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because now he doesn't have to pay with that law he created. Right?
Well, listen. So... Okay, it's still a little bit crazy. I don't know for sure if he created this law, if it was in effect, or if it was something he was trying to do, or it was
in the works, yeah.
Yeah, in the works of, but he was known for not paying people. But Jean's buddy, Jean said that people owed him money and that it was documented that he was owed about 700 livres in total. Livres are like French pounds.
Yeah.
I'll get into that. In total, from various people he worked for. So I tried to do a conversion, but apparently Google doesn't even know what a French livre is. Not a book. Un livre is also a book. Not that.
No.
But I converted the livres. I found a site to convert the livres to English pounds.
Oh, okay.
In the 1600s. And it said that it was 52 English pounds. Then, now, how much that costs, the conversion of that to US dollars today it was a little bit over $15,000.
That's a good chunk of change.
That's a good chunk of money that people were like, we're not paying you for that. So, therefore, you're a witch. I'm not paying.
You're a witch. I'm not gonna pay you the 15 grand I owe you. You're the witch.
You're the witch.
I'm not the bitch not paying you.
So, basically how this whole case ended was that the case was acquitted.
Really?
It's unclear why exactly, but some people believe that it was because the judge either didn't believe in witchcraft or there was not enough evidence to support
the conviction.
The eyewitness testimonies, right?
It's not like they had photo evidence.
They don't have anything. Like, there's no...
1628, right?
And also, just saying, but like, even about the cows...
Prove it! It could have just been a bug.
They didn't die, so... Right? Like...
Prove it.
Well, Jean Compagne was banished, and Leneuf and others were never forced to pay him for his work. End of, I guess. That's it. It just ended.
So he just left and went on?
He got banished and also didn't get paid.
This poor guy has to go and, like, start a new life with literally nothing. Good thing he's a farmer.
Good thing he's a farmer. But that's crazy, isn't it? That's insane.
It really just goes to show about, like, society turning on one person and kind of creating them the oddball out or, like, the scapegoat.
Yeah, scapegoat is really good.
And then spiraling.
A lot of the cases that we see, it is this. Like, people are using somebody as a scapegoat or just one single person to blame everything on. Mm-hmm. And it's typically, like, out of convenience for the accuser.
Yeah. And I always think it's funny how it's like, oh, well, this other person who accused them was cousins of this person, like the main accuser. It's like, wow, I'm so shocked.
So, like, two whole families accused one person. Like, obviously, something's going on.
It's a little fishy.
It's a little bit suspicious. Okay. So, this next one, it's the most famous witch...
trial?
No, actually. It's the most famous witch in Canada. Mostly for Quebec, but...
We've been very heavily in New France.
Yes, a lot of things happened there.
But that's our first settlement.
Le Corriveau. Neither was her French. So this witch is super well known in Canada.
LC.
LC. There's apparently, like, songs and stories written about her.
Really?
But I'll tell you the case, real case of this real woman, and then we will regroup after.
I'm intrigued. You have me thinking.
Okay, so after being widowed, Marie Josephette Corriveau had to care for her children and aging parents in 1761.
That's a lot. That's hard.
That's hard. Yes. She then remarried with her neighbor, but the relationship was strained from the start, especially between her husband and her father, Joseph Corriveau, who they clashed frequently. The marriage itself was also quite troubled, and in 1762, Marie Josephette fled to her uncle's home, but was forced to return back to her house by Major Abercrombie, the British officer in charge of local order, whatever that means. The ongoing tension within the household was widely known in the community and among authorities. So people knew what was going on in this relationship.
Constant unrest. And possibly between, like, her father and him.
And the husband,
yeah,
yes.
so, like, the whole family's involved.
In 1763, her husband was found dead in his stable. Horse stable.
That's crazy how that happened.
A report quickly concluded that he had been killed by horse kicks and he was buried the same day. So they were snappy with this. Without a public viewing.
Did they say what religion they were?
I'm sure we could find it, but I didn't.
Because sometimes that has to do with the like, religion.
Yes, but...
Not for this case?
Not for this case.
Okay. Just a little suspicious.
The rushed burial and ongoing family conflicts sparked suspicion and rumors that Joseph or Marie Josephette had caused his death.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband's brother demanded an investigation, and a local sergeant reported seeing injuries that were inconsistent with a horse attack, leading to an autopsy that confirmed foul play.
Crazy.
As a result, both Marie Josephette and her father were arrested and taken to Quebec City.
But they can't figure out who did it. They should arrest the horse.
Arrest the horse!
It's the horse! In the second court-martial?
Yeah, so in the second court-martial, there were 2 court-martials because the first one had to be closed or ended or whatever because there was too many inconsistencies in the whole case.
Okay.
So I don't know what a court-martial is.
Neither do I. Is that...
I'm assuming it's just like a trial.
Like, wow.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, look it up.
Canadian court-martial is a military court that tries individuals subject to code of service discipline within the Canadian Armed Forces.
Okay.
For offenses under National Defence Act. These courts are established to address serious misconduct and ensure military discipline with procedures similar to those of civil criminal courts.
So it's a trial, but I think, like, right now, a court-martial is, like, if you're in the military or in like, the government or whatever, it's like a... I don't believe that this is what that is, but it's a trial, okay? And there were 2, because the first one had way too many inconsistencies to even be tried, basically. And because of the first one being dismissed, as was Joseph's confession. Marie Josephette ultimately confessed to killing her husband, admitting she had struck him on the head with a hatchet while he slept. She was convicted of murder and sentenced to death. In 1763, she was hanged in Quebec City. But what truly cemented her place in legend was the punishment that followed. Her body was placed in an iron gibbet cage and hung at a crossroads near Lévis, Quebec, as a warning to others, which was a highly unusual and gruesome punishment, especially for women. Over time, Marie Josephette became known simply as La Corriveau. Her story took on mystical and witchy proportions, as stories and tales and folklore claimed that her spirit haunted the area, and she was portrayed as a witch in local legends. However, historical records confirm that she was convicted of a single murder, so there was never anything to do with witchcraft in this case at all.
This annoys me, Sarah.
Isn't... Why?
Because she's not a witch.
She's literally not a witch. Not a single ounce of
and also,
witchy in this.
She probably did it to protect herself. Like, there's probably some, something we don't know about.
I agree with you. Let me just look up, because I fear the thing about the cage is not true.
No?
No, they did. They put her in a cage. Oh my gosh. So...
Oh.
And the cage is on display. So basically what it is, a gibbet cage or whatever, it's a cage in, like, the shape of a human body, kind of.
Oh!
Yeah, so it's like a And she was dead.
So she's just
So
decomposing.
it was just her dead body that they were, like, showing. And, like, for what reason?
Don't do what she did.
Okay.
As in kill her husband?
Perhaps the court-martial thing actually was true, because it kind of seems...
This seems crazy.
That... so it was kind of, she was convicted by British forces.
Mm.
Yeah, she was tried by the military, which is very interesting if she was just, like, a regular woman. It was a military trial because they were not equipped to hold a civil trial.
Oh, gosh. So we'll just give her the fucking military.
The metal gibbet. They displayed her body in a metal gibbet as a warning. They wanted to give an advertisement to the population with this hanging in the cage. Okay. And they said that this was really unusual because this, like, weird punishment tradition didn't exist anymore in France, but the British still used it.
Shocker. That was fucked up. Look at this.
That's crazy. Oh my god. That's a hanged man if I ever saw one.
Right? Out for display.
Can you save that picture? We can put it in our thing. Sorry, guys. You're about to be subjected to that.
There's more of, like, a...
So, she was not a witch.
She's not a witch at all.
There was actually, like, literally no
magic,
no sorcery, no witchcraft, not a single thing to do with that in this case. It was just a murder case. And that's kind of it for this. So, basically, the most well-known witch in Canada was never a witch at all. We've been lied to our whole entire lives.
Shocker.
She was just a woman who killed her husband.
That's not even that bad.
It's not even that big of a deal, guys.
Guys, come on.
Give her a break.
Maybe I'll make little mistakes. He's probably a dick.
Well, okay, I do have some honorable mentions from other places in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Not as much detail, but some other witch trials that were going on. I don't know where this is. In 1657, Renée Bassenard de Bourgeois. That's a crazy lineup. Also, it's a man. Right. Renée is a man. Was convicted of placing a sterility spell on the woman who turned him down, as well as her new husband. The couple was unable to have children, and their marriage was eventually annulled due to perpetual impotence caused by magic.
Oh my gosh.
His punishment was banishment from the colony.
Yeah. Bad bitch.
So it seems that the banishment thing was, like, that
was the most extreme.
In Canada, that was kind of the punishment.
Besides this cage.
Besides the freaky cage. Besides the guy getting shot for, like, whatever reason. But Jean got banished.
Mostly banished.
Mostly banished.
Mostly banished. Send him away.
Just get him away from me.
Get him away from the problem.
So another one incident involved a Montreal innkeeper named Anne Lamarck,
mm-hmm.
who was formally accused of witchcraft in 1682. Witnesses had testified that she had a book of magic and spells, but she maintained that it was a treatise, which is a formally written paper or book on herbs and medicine. And fortunately, she was friends with people in high places and ultimately was acquitted, narrowly escaping the sentence of banishment as well.
Because she had the right friends.
She knew people. She knew the right people. There were many other small-scale, not as intense or well-known cases of men accusing women of witchcraft simply because they turned down a marriage proposal. Blaming someone when crops failed or livestock died. Even in some cases, accusing someone just to get them banished. Just to get rid of them.
I just don't like him.
I don't like him, so...
Let's get rid of him. He's a witch!
Witch.
He's a witch.
Okay. As we all know, most of the witch hysteria and superstition was brought over by the Europeans. It was a uniquely European religious trend and mindset that was imposed in the cultures of the New World, quote. Now we have to talk about the other side, the indigenous view and impact of witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
We've spoken about it before, that magic isn't really a thing in native cultures, it's more of a spiritual practice with traditions and rituals that differ from religious and mystical practices around the world.
Mm-hmm.
In Canada, Jesuit missionaries often misinterpreted indigenous practices as witchcraft or as demonic. They believed that shamans had dealings with evil spirits or devils, and some shamans were labeled as, quote, charlatans, and others were seen as genuine practitioners of malevolent magic. This is like, again, if you don't understand something,
it's bad.
It's bad. It's evil.
It's the devil. No. It's just another culture. You just don't.
It's just something that you don't know about.
Don't have experience with. Crazy.
But the idea of sorcery wasn't just on the white man's side. When devastating diseases ripped through indigenous tribes, killing a lot of the members of the groups, as well as a lot of the European settlers coming in, Europeans and some of the indigenous groups attributed these sicknesses to sorcery. Again, something you can't explain, you have to blame something.
Mm-hmm. We need a reason.
Which led to sowing mistrust on both sides. Basically, they were all blaming each other for the misfortunes on both sides. They were just...
It's that guy.
It's him.
We need to point a finger at somebody.
At someone. Indigenous shamanism and spiritual practices are deeply rooted in healing, communal harmony, and ritual. So the concept of sorcery was sometimes harmful and managed internally in the indigenous tribes and groups, not through the typical European style of witch trials.
Yeah.
And when I say harmful sorcery, of course they have beliefs. There's always going to be two sides of the same coin. There's good spiritual things, and then there's
the
dark side, light side and dark side. So for them, the way that they handled the darker things was more internally.
Yeah.
I think probably more in a cleansing, healing way, whereas European cultures kill them,
out them,
bye,
get rid of them,
instead of helping, right?
Yeah.
Colonial misconceptions turn powerful indigenous healers into scapegoats, of course, for disease and misfortune, and often criminalized sacred traditions. Despite this, though, many indigenous systems have survived and evolved and are being reclaimed today, which is lovely and
beautiful.
Should be encouraged. Keep the traditions going, pass it on. Anything that you want to add onto this?
No, I don't have anything to add. This was a good episode.
It was pretty good. Canada's history in general, while it's not widely known, is deep and extensive and at times very dark. The witch trials and killings, accusations and superstitions were brought along with the settlers and colonists from the Western European countries, and that culture of supernatural suspicions is woven into our history as a nation. It's not all bad, though. Canada has some wonderful things. We're small but mighty, and people should know we aren't just the cold place above the United States.
We got some things to offer, too, besides maple syrup and polar bears.
That's true. Okay, so we have some exciting things to announce. Well, not things, it's one thing.
A singular item that we will be announcing, but we're excited about it.
But we're excited. It's not that exciting, but we're excited about it.
We are exciting.
We're so exciting, and we're excited about it. So, as you guys probably have heard in our episodes, we always ask you guys to send us your personal stories, and we've received a couple, and we have some of our own spooky, scary, witchy personal stories too. So we are going to be starting a new series,
A little mini series.
of
Mini-sodes.
mini-sodes, of little mini episodes.
Woo! Woo! Yeah, guys! I know you're excited.
Basically, we will give you all some more information later on, but...
We're still working out the details.
Yes, but that is something to look forward to in the next upcoming weeks. We just wanted to give you guys a little teaser taste of what's happening.
Dripping your little teacups.
Yeah!
That we're gonna be doing. That you're gonna hear more of us throughout the week.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry,
Sarah. Sorry to the one who has to edit this.
No, it'll be fine. So, basically, we're going to be doing, like, little mini episodes. A lot shorter than our weekly regular episodes, where we read some listener stories and maybe chit-chat a little bit. They're going to be super informal.
Yeah. The only script we'll have will be the story, and then it'll mostly be us talking.
Yeah.
So you'll get to know a little bit more about us.
Yeah.
And then we'll be talking about weird things that have happened to us, some of our friends, some of our family members, and then some of the weird and spooky and spectacular things that have happened to you guys.
Yes! So consider this our official call to action. Yes. Send us your stories. Send us everything you have.
Even if you think it's a small little one, we would love to hear it.
We would still love to hear it. Send us anything. Anything spooky or scary or ghosty. Anything witchy or like super crazy weird coincidence. Like something.
A topic. Even if you guys have a question or topic you want us to talk about. Take this little mini series as a way to kind of connect with us and get to know us more, and
we can for sure do like Q&As.
Oh my gosh,
if that's something you guys would be into.
Yeah,
we can do whatever you want. Send us everything. Send us your thoughts, feelings, opinions, qualms.
We're here to listen.
We're here to listen.
We're here to talk.
Yes. You can send us your stories at teatalestalks@gmail.com, or
if Instagram is more your style, follow us on teatalestalks. On Instagram, you can send it to us on there too.
Yes.
Through DM or.
We also have a submission form in our link tree. So we've got multiple avenues for you to reach out to us.
We're
open. Anyways, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We're excited for new things happening. We hope you guys are too.
All right, our Twitchy Witchy friends. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Teatales and Talks. Keep up to date with everything that we're up to and that we're talking about. And until next time, our Twitchy Witchy friends, stay spooky and don't let your tea get cold.
I'm Valerie, host of Canadian Creepies, the podcast that digs up stories polite history would rather forget. Cold cases that never found justice, haunted places that refuse to stay quiet, and folklore with a dark side you've probably never heard. If true crime, paranormal mysteries, and unsettling Canadian history are your thing, you'll want to tune in. New episodes every week wherever you get your podcasts. Canadian Creepies, exploring and exposing the shadows of the true north.
Not all paths are straight. Some twist deep into the unknown. Hey, I'm Amanda Joy, and every Thursday, a new episode of Down the Crooked Path beckons. Paranormal stories, strange encounters, and folklore that lingers long after dark. So take a deep breath, grab your flashlight, or let the mysteries guide your steps. Down the Crooked Path, available wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hey, he's Kian.
And she's Em.
And together we're the hosts of Do You Dare? So, Do You Dare is our podcast where we discuss all things true crime,
all things paranormal,
and all things history, mystery, and beyond.
Plus, don't forget the aliens.
Oh, that's silly of me. How could I forget those?
We're just two British siblings with mics, hoping to bring some spooky, some twisted, and some downright sinister to your ears.
If you like what you're listening to right now, type in Do You Dare into wherever you get your podcasts and join us as we delve into all things dark and spine-tingling with our customary British flair.
Come join the dark side.
If
you dare.